So my name is Lynne McEniry, and I've written this collection of poetry called Some Other Wet Landscape. There are 3 of my students right back there. One is a graduate, and 2 of them are going to graduate in May, and I'm so proud of them because they did their capstone today. And they say they read my poetry, and I hope it's true. I prioritize emotional truth 120%. The past is very important to me, and I think everything that we do is informed by our past, and even by the pasts of the people that we know and that are close to us. So emotional memory 120%. And Mark Doty, the poet, writes about that. He has an essay he wrote about his sister's wedding dress, and he wrote this piece and it was published and people loved it, and his sister called and she said, "You don't even remember that right. My wedding dress was like this and not like that." So if it were really important to someone and they were in the poem, I might ask them, but I tell them the poem is my truth. Mm-hmm. So I try to be true. If it's a historical truth, I would check that out first, though. I want my poems to make community, and I want my poems to give you something to think about. And maybe the world is so hard and things are really tough, and I hope that my poems ask us to look at the ways that we're the same and not to discount the ways we're different, because I really want to celebrate those when we're in community with each other. But it's really important for me to know at the core, we all want to be loved, we all want to be safe, and we all want to be part of people who matter. And so that is, I think, if I had to choose one purpose for my poems, it would be community. So this is First Summer on Gerald Place. Just 2 weeks past my 7th birthday, too young to go to Woodstock that year, when torrential rain drove the crowds from the muddy fields of Bethel, shrinking the Hendrix fans from 400,000 to 40,000. The same summer we moved into the suburban Cape Cod my parents would eventually save 4 times from foreclosure. The same summer I hugged my favorite uncle's camouflage shoulders tight before my mother drove him off on the first leg of his Vietnam nightmare. The same summer Neil and the crew proclaimed one giant step for mankind. The same summer a Kennedy drove off a bridge and ran. The same summer, Moneta Sleet Jr. won the Pulitzer for his photograph of Dr. King Jr.'s family, graveside. And riots in Curacao and Hartford and Stonewall, and others on the streets of Northern Ireland, all of that and more. And yet, what I recall vividly every time I hear the sound of beating rain is that hot summer evening, August 17th, 1969, the day my mom turned 24, just months before being pregnant with her 4th child, after a 6-year hiatus from birthing. What I recall is the beating rain cooling our skin as she invited us each by the hand out of our new home's oppressive heat. And she ran circles around us, danced barefoot with my father, encouraged us laughing to dance and run circles there too, there on our first patch of grass, sloshing around on soaking earth, cooling our bodies, feet first. And she taught us there in that rain over Gerald Place, while Hurricane Camille wreaked havoc on the Gulf Coast, while our nation fought for civil rights and her brother fought in some other wet landscape. The rains that day were cleansing there on Gerald Place, as she taught us to sing 2 new songs, Become My Rainy Day Forever songs. Purple Haze, Give Peace a Chance. Thank you.